Hello and welcome to Drone Film Guide, the channel where we learn to fly like filmmakers. My name is Stewart Carroll, back from a very cold and very windy trip to the top of a mountain to put this Mavic Air through its paces. We have another video that shows you how it performed in the wind, and it performed admirably. The purpose of this video, however, is to talk about the QUICKSHOT modes. I was very excited because we are owners of a Phantom 4, which doesn't have some of the intelligent flight modes of the Mavic Pro and certainly not the Mavic Air. So it's been quite a big jump for us, not only in terms of size, but in terms of functionality. So I was very keen to try out these QUICKSHOT modes. We use the drone professionally. This is what we do. It complements our activities on our commercial and wedding filmmaking businesses. So anything that helps us either produce better footage or produce footage more efficiently or quicker is only a good thing. Just to clarify, we bought it with our own money because we thought it was a good idea, because we thought it had similar performance to the Phantom 4 standard, but much smaller and more practical and all of that good stuff. And so far, having given it a really good test today, it has lived up to our expectations. Right, let's take a look at these QUICKSHOT modes and get into it in a bit more detail. Filmmaking with drones sounds like your cup of tea and you want to elevate your skills as a drone cinematographer, check out our drone cinematography masterclass, link in the description below, and you can take your skills from here to here overnight. Benefit from our years of filmmaking experience long before we even got anywhere near a drone. Okay, pitch over, let's go on with these QUICKSHOT modes. Accessing the QUICKSHOT modes is super simple. On the DJI Go app, just click on the little remote controller there on the left hand side, and that brings up a list of intelligent flight modes, and you can click on QUICKSHOT there in the bottom left. It looks like the barrel of a gun almost, but I suppose it's a film reel of some description, and it brings up your 6 QUICKSHOT modes. One thing I was keen to test was whether you could move the drone or the gimbal while the QUICKSHOT is taking place, and you can't. You can see there it says QUICKSHOT is interrupted, aircraft will hover in place. So it really is a fully automated system designed for helping you with the controls as opposed for you to interfere and try and complement it with your own ideas. In case I didn't mention it, this was an incredibly hostile environment for testing the QUICKSHOT modes. It was so windy, so unpleasant, and Mavic Air did incredibly, as you will see now. Let's take a look at the first one, the droney, the drone selfie. The drone basically flies backwards at an angle. It's a lot of fun if you're on holiday and all that kind of stuff. From a filmmaking perspective, I'm not mad keen on the droney. We have another video on drone selfies where we show you how to do some really cool drone moves manually and actually turn the drone selfie into a storytelling shot. So for me, getting manual control and doing the drone selfie myself is preferable, but nonetheless, for beginners, this is a great, fun option. Next on the list is the circle. First time I tried the circle, it was quite close up, and I was very impressed with the results. You can't control the speed at which the drone flies. Unlike a point of interest, you can't control the speed. So these QUICKSHOT modes, you start to find that they have some limitations. In the second version, I started the Mavic Air a little bit further away from myself, so the arc was going to be a much smoother arc. So the drone is still flying at the same speed, but it's covering much more distance and therefore seems slower. And I have to say, I think the performance is absolutely great. It's very smooth. The helix. Now this is like going backwards up a helter-skelter, and it is a peachy move. I like this one very much, and I could see us using it in a professional context. Maybe a couple walking along the beach during a wedding shoot or something like that. It's really cool. You fly backwards, you fly up, there's a rotation. It's a much more three-dimensional move. The subject's kept in the center of the frame, which is either good or bad depending on what you have in mind for composition, but let's not be greedy in that respect. To get this kind of smooth control automatically, superb. Love the helix. Really, really cool move. The rocket. It's a cool move. You know, I don't know, I mean, unless it has a clear filmmaking application for me, I struggle to get excited on these things, but these are great for Instagram and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. I suppose the cool thing about these QUICKSHOT modes is that you can hide the controller. You don't have to be seen holding the controller, and you get this nice vertical rising motion. You don't have any control over the speed or anything like that. So to be honest with you, I would rather do that move manually, especially if I was filming a subject, but you know, that's just me. The boomerang. Now this one I did like, this kind of boomeranging motion as the drone flies out and comes back in. It's a move that would be very difficult to replicate manually with tripod mode or whatever the case may be. And I think it does it very nicely and very smoothly, and I think it's a kind of cool storytelling shot in that you fly backwards and it takes your attention off the subject, it reveals the background, your attention shifts to the background, and then it shifts back to the subject as the drone comes back in to meet the subject. I think that's a cool shot, so I quite like that one. I can see that getting used in a commercial context. And finally, the asteroid. Well, this is a bit of silliness, isn't it? But it's good fun, I suppose, if fun with drones is your kind of thing. No, seriously, it's really cool. I mean, it flies back and you can see the landscape there. I've tagged it on at the end here and reversed it so you can reverse back in and have a bit more fun with it. Yeah, it's cool. So let me know what you think of these quick shot modes. There's clearly a lot of fun to be had, and I have to say, I've never really had fun with drones. For me, it's always been a tool. For Elena and I, we've always been under pressure to deliver, or it's been a small part of a much bigger project, and I am having more fun with this Mavic Air than I've ever had before. The practicality of it, the performance of it, the ability of it to handle hostile environments, the smoothness of these quick shot modes. I'm turning into a massive, massive fanboy. Very impressed. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Always interested to hear your thoughts. I'm also learning a lot from you guys because some of you guys are really into the detail of these things, like really into the technological detail. And it's interesting seeing what you have to say in the comments. I really do mean that. So do leave your thoughts below. And as always, don't forget to stay tuned for another episode of Drone Film Guide.